All right. Hey, everyone. It is Monday, December 28th, and we are Dee and Larry Corchin here to spend the last Monday of the year with you. So thank you guys for coming out with us. We know it's the week between Christmas and New Year's, so we sure are glad to see you. And if you're a new coach, we are glad you are with us. We meet every Monday at this time for community and for training so we can be our best as coaches. And if you are a potential coach just checking us out, we are glad that you are with us as well.
Yep, good day. Hope everybody's having a great time. And again, looking forward to New Year's later this week. So tonight, we're going to start with inspiration. And the inspiration is an article that Dee identified through Success Magazine. We follow success, always good articles and good topics in there to help grow your business and grow yourself personally. So I'm going to read this. It'll take a minute or two, but please, there's some really rich stuff in here. I hope you enjoy it. So this is by the editor of Success Magazine. He is Josh Eli. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but Eli or Eli. You don't build the life you want by saving time. You build the life you want, and then time saves itself. That's by an author, Laura Vanderkam. That's a quote. Before you learn anything else about goal setting, you must first know what this quote means because it's essential for success. Let me explain. Let's talk about your dirty dishes for a minute. If you're like me, you've probably found your dish pile filling up a little faster than usual during this year. Also, like me, it's probably because you're eating at home twice as often as you did before you started working from home every day. If I asked you to get up right now and do the dishes, how quickly would you do them? Probably not very fast, right? There are just so many other things to focus your energy on. You don't have time for it right this second. Maybe later tonight, though. But what if I offered you $12,000 to get up and do your dishes right this second? You would get to them pretty quickly, right? Suddenly, your schedule is clear. The heavens have opened up and cast down an extra 30 minutes for you to get the dishes done. Suddenly, because of the $12,000 shift in priorities, the time has found a way to create itself, even though your day is packed with other more important responsibilities. What this means is that time is highly elastic. We cannot make more time, but time can stretch to accommodate what we choose to put into it. Think about the last time something unexpected happened that pulled you away from what you were working on. How did you find the time to step away? You likely didn't have to. The time was already there. It adapted to fit in the new priority. So, what makes your New Year's goals different from that sink full of dishes? I know it's not because you don't have the time. So, what is it then? We see this all the time because here at Success, what we found is that most people get stuck because they're overthinking so much that it becomes too scary and overwhelming to start. This leaves them feeling like there's not enough time to do it all, when in reality, they don't know what the next step is. They're so overwhelmed by the length of the journey as a whole that they fail to break things down into bite-sized steps that help create momentum. Sound familiar? Anytime you feel this way, remind yourself you don't have to get it perfect. You have to get it going. To help overcome this fear, let's break things down. Here's a quick exercise to help you find more time to prioritize and focus on your goals. Let's visualize for a moment. Imagine you're 6 months into 2021. You made the absolute most of your time and maintain your resolutions and goals and crush them. With what 3 to 5 things did you do during that time that really set your goals in motion and helped you remain steady? Now break those things down into 3 or 4 actionable, clearly defined steps. Add those steps to the top of your to-do list and priorities for this week. Keep going until you know you have accomplished what you set out to do for 2021. When you take the time to prioritize your goals, watch as the time to finally get it done begins to spring up out of seemingly nowhere. You'll find that your dream life is taking shape after months or years of stalling or falling victim to the spinning wheel syndrome. You finally created time and prioritization around what it takes to make it happen. Here's what I really want you to take away from this. If you continue to wait until you have enough time, you'll never do it. You'll give up a month in. This applies to everything in life. If you put off meaningful but non-urgent things until you have enough time to do them, they won't ever happen. Put some urgency behind your actions, just like those $12,000 dishes you got up to wash. If it's going to happen, then it needs to happen now. There's really never been a better time to get started on your goals. So what are you waiting for? To making time for your goals a priority.
I love that.
Hope you enjoyed that, but that captured Dee's eye and my eye, of course, and we really enjoyed that and wanted to share that with you today. So if you're interested in seeing that again, we'll just put it in the chat and we'll try to get that posted.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, what is one of the most common things we hear from individuals we might be speaking to about coaching? It's always, oh, I don't know if I have time. And what I've learned is that the answer is, I don't know if it's worth my time, is what they're really saying, right? Because they're just thinking of it as one more thing to do. So kind of like that equivalent of the $12,000 to do the dishes. Sometimes if somebody really sees the value of it, that can help. And one thing I know in our businesses, like we don't have to go punch a clock. We don't get a designated number of days off or vacation days a year. Life hits us up across the head a lot, and it can be so easy to put our businesses on the side, right? Or not giving them the attention they want, even though it's actually the vehicle that's taking us to our dreams or bringing the finances to the home or whatever it is we need. So just thinking about that as we're entering the new year, I think that would be really helpful to all of us, is just thinking about the prioritization of our time, because how often do we hear we all have the same amount of time?
Yeah, and I was also going to say too, from a client standpoint, so many times we hear people, oh, I can't afford it. Right. And again, it's a prioritization of where their resources are going in most cases, right? So, people are, you can probably see them on Facebook doing whatever, I'm going here, going there, but then they don't have the money to do the program, right? It's a prioritization of where they want to put their financial resources. So I thought of that too as I was reading it.
Yeah, it's perfect. And we are heading into, it's hard to believe, the last 4 days of 2020, the last days of the month. And we know you guys, a lot of guys have goals that you're striving for. And we just want to encourage you around that, that whatever you are seeking to do is possible. Had several conversations with coaches, and December can be an interesting month because especially the week of Christmas, things can get a little quiet out there. And yeah, I heard a couple of coaches I talked to were like, well, I just don't know if it's going to happen this month. And I just want to remind us that 3 or 4 days in Optavia time at the end of the month is like an eternity, right? Like we have seen miracles happen in the last couple of days of the month, but when miracles happen, it's because of an individual's intention, right? Like we can either go down at the end of the month kind of like, hope I make it, or we can set our vision like, you know what, it's going to happen. I just have to go find those 3 more people that I want to help.
We do the dishes.
So just want to encourage you. I mean, Optavia is amazing what they're offering us. We still have the double cab bonus, the sponsoring incentive that is available for your new coaches that want to join us through January 3rd. And then they have 30 days from the day they start to earn that double cab, and then that you'll be assisting them with. And then the dash bonus, you guys, that just kicked off, and that's available through January 10th. So lots of reasons. That's a huge bonus for every 5 clients that we acquire during that window. So take advantage of that, and we can help you with ideas, things like that. We've got lots of posts in the Coaches Out for Change of, things that we can do at the end of the month to really finish strong.
Yep, absolutely. So again, get with your mentorship team if you need a little assistance or guidance in pushing towards whatever those goals are that you personally have. And again, I'm sure they'll provide some great wisdom and assistance for you to reach those goals. So it's really important for that. All right, trainings, just quickly as far as announcements tonight. Dan Bell at 8 p.m., a little different schedule tonight versus normal Mondays because of the holiday week. What we're looking at is Dan Bell at 8 p.m. He's going to be talking about vision casting. What are you creating and who are you becoming in 2021? So again, I think this is a good opportunity for us to really start thinking about things and really figure that out. I'm hopeful that you're thinking ahead to the future. And again, he'll give us some great ideas on how to look at that. And then, of course, Dan Bell's normal 9 o'clock call, he's still having them. The ILAC community call at 9 p.m. Again, those links are in Coaches Out for Change. One other note for this week, Wednesday, the Habits of Health call is actually a health and hope night. So again, December 30th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, great opportunity to bring prospective clients and coaches to that call as well. All righty, and then let's see, moving ahead to Saturday, we've got some great training. And again, that's this Saturday, January 2nd, Accelerate Your Business. It's a 6-week Saturday session that Dan Bell and other top leaders are going to be offering us. So again, again, we strongly encourage, if you're in growth mode, like so many of us are, again, great opportunity. And Dan Bell just does a phenomenal job. He's been doing it so long, and he's just a great educator as far as this business goes. And that's the training update.
Yeah, drop it in the chat if you're going to be on the training, his session at 8 p.m. tonight. Just drop it in the chat if you're going to be there with us on Saturdays. We've been coaching for almost 10 years, which blows my mind. And I never stopped learning. And we only got to where we are because of the constant training. We participate, I think, in every single thing that is available to us, especially when it's got Dan Bell's name attached to it. He's got 40 years in the industry. He just knows how to inspire and how to give us the tools to get it done.
Yeah, and again, we're constant learners, and sometimes it takes us several times to hear the same thing over and over again before we implement it or implement it correctly. So again, repetition is key when it comes to training and trying things out as far as in our business.
That's right. And you also hear it with new ears. I mean, I don't know about you, like they're the basics are the basics in this business, but whenever I hear it, like wherever I'm in a different place, and that's what all of us on this call, every time we're growing, you're just either personally or professionally in a different place. You'll just hear it with new ears, or somebody phrases something a different way and it like just clicks. So I'm excited. I'm excited what's available and possible for all of us. And so speaking of which, I know that you probably already know this, but there is always, always, always a direct correlation between where we are as a coach and where we are with our personal health and how it's showing up in our business. There's just such an alignment that when we have our own goal that we're pursuing with our physical health, with our mental health, our emotional health, and when we're embracing all the tools, we radiate energy and an attraction that's like no other. And we're in integrity, right? Like it's easy to talk to your client about your life book if you are currently learning something in your life book. So just in full transparency, I don't think I've opened my life book in at least a month because I've been a little busy, right? Using that term. And all that means is I haven't been prioritizing it. And just drop a 1 in the chat if you could use a little bit of help or accountability, just incorporating all the tools of the program. So the readings that we have, our education, our program, community, talking to your coach. Look at that. Yeah.
Full disclosure, I've only opened my book because I actually have a client of mine that is so into the book. She's asking me questions on page 59. What do they mean by? And I'm actually glad for that. So we're both taking the journey together. But that's full disclosure.
So we are excited. If you've been coaching with us for at least the past year, last year we did what was called a Back to Basics team rally, where we came together as a team, and this is for coaches only, and decided to recommit, set a new goal for our health, and recommit to all the components of the program, and just making ourselves more visible in terms of what we're doing on our own personal health journey. So we just decided heading into a new year, I've talked to a lot of coaches who've been telling me I need to get back on program. I want to lose a few more pounds, all the things. So we are excited to announce our new Coaches Only Challenge that starts on January 4th, and it's called Coaches Crushin' It. So we're going to come together for 4 weeks, and we're going to keep it super simple so you can model it well to be able to coach your clients well with it and share about it well, for 4 weeks, just going all in with our program. So we will, I'll pull it up and I'll show you guys what the points are for, but I'm going to first give credit for most of it, the idea of it, to Frank Davis, because just the other day, he's looking like, what? But just the other day, I saw a client comment in the coach group. She was celebrating her own loss. And she said, and she was not a client of Frank, somebody else was her coach. And she said, I have to thank Frank for his just 5 approach. And Frank had done a Facebook Live. You can go look it up in the Eat, Live, and Be Optavia. But he basically talked about it's just 5. And correct me, Frank, jump in if I'm wrong. But it was basically like, follow the 5 and 1, talk to your coach for at least 5 minutes a week, be in the Eat, Live, and Be Optavia group for at least 5 minutes a week, and read your book. 5 minutes a day, and read your books for 5 minutes a day. And I just thought that was powerful when a client said just that simple mindset made such a difference. So we spun off of that. I'm just going to go ahead and screen share. What I want to let you guys know is that all the details for the challenge, everything, there's a post that's scheduled. It's going up right at 8 p.m. after this call. It's going to have the registration link. It's going to have a link to the Google Doc for you. I'm also going to post a tracking sheet that you can use. And then every week we'll have a Google form for you to submit your results. So that's going to be posted in Coaches Up for Change. And then we're also going to email. It's also going out at 8 p.m. and email to you guys. So you'll have all the links that you need.
Yeah, you have to hold the plank for 5 minutes in this challenge. I'm teasing.
All right. Let me pull it up here. Bear with me. All right. So can you guys see the Google Doc? It's not a fancy PowerPoint. It's just a Google Doc. Can you guys see that? Debbie Pasco, can you look and nod your head? I see you there. Okay, cool. So basically, like I said, it's a 4-week challenge, begins January 4th. So that's 1 week from today. Just the perfect opportunity for us to take our own health to the next level. So the one thing we want you to do first is get with your coach and set your goal for what you want your physical health goal to be. Some of us are already on 5 and 1. We're crushing it. We're going. That's great. You're going to continue that, and then just continue with incorporating the other elements of the program. Some of us are at our goal weight, so it might be setting another new goal that maybe you want to lose 5 more pounds or 10 more pounds, or maybe you don't want to lose any more, but maybe your goal is you're going to work on your body fat composition and you're going to, follow a regimented eating plan and beef up your exercise. It can be specific to you, but we just want you to have something specific that you're moving towards. All right. So the just 5 approach, all right, so basically we want you to resume, if you haven't been doing it, resume and have a 5 to 10 minute phone call with your coach every week just about your health. I think one of the things that's easy to do, and I know I'm guilty of it, is when we're doing the coaching relationship to get focused on the coaching aspect and the business side of this and not necessarily talk about your own personal health. So you guys can make that part of your business coaching call, or I recommend maybe doing a separate call like you're a client, but 5 or 10 minutes, you get a point a week for that. The education, we are going to provide a reading schedule. I know a lot of you guys like that, and this time we're going to add in maybe alternate 1 week as you're reading a chapter in the Habits of Health book, and then another week you're doing something in the Life book. And that's just minimum 5 minutes a day. Some days might be a little longer, maybe 5 to 10 or possibly 15. We really want everybody to be an active member of our community. And we really have 2 different community groups, right? We've got our Eat, Live, and Be Optavia. And then we've also got Healthy for Life, which is another group that you can be active in. And really what we want you to do in there is to post, maybe, if you have an inspirational post, you post it on your main wall, maybe put it in Eat, Live, and Be Optavia also. But also take that time to get in there and notice other people and comment and interact just like you would if you were at some kind of party, just interact and be an active member as a client in that group. And then the last thing is just following the eating plan that you and your coach agree to. So for a lot of us, that'll be the 5 and 1. It might be the 4, 2 and 1. It might be the 3 and 3, but some sort of structured plan.
Yep.
And then just a couple extra categories that you can get a few more extra points if you want by watching the Habits of Health call, which is Wednesday nights at 8:30. We're going to be talking a lot more about those in 2021. But if you watch that Habits of Health call, stay engaged and watching the same thing your clients are watching. 1 point a week for that. When you're on your team call, you get a point for that every week. And then if you share your journey on your main wall, so once a week, one post, we don't want you to flood your main wall, but one post a week, like, hey gang, I'm taking my health to the next level. I'm starting next week on Monday. Who wants to join me? But, being public out there, I think our own personal vulnerability, I've always found, has been the most attractive in terms of people wanting to come together. And potentially join us, or at least to support us. But it really gives a picture to people that we're in the game too. So you can get a point for that if you do it as a post. You get 1 per week, or if you decide to do a Facebook Live about your journey or something you're learning on your journey, you get 3 points for that. So you've got a maximum number of points there. Like I said, we'll give you a tracking sheet. You can keep track of it. All of this is optional. We want you to have fun with it, but and then each week we'll have a Google form for you to submit your results. And then we're going to do some fun weekly prizes. And then we'll do a grand prize for everybody that participated and turned in their results all 4 weeks. So this is Larry's disclosure. This is designed for fun and to promote growth in ourselves and our businesses. And we know everybody's on the honor system with this in terms of your scoring and turning in your results, and we'll do our best with the prizes and all that, but just excited about all of that. And then we've got the registration link there.
I had to run that through the Crushin legal department. So.
But I definitely want to be off by about 7:55 today so that you guys can hop on over to Dan Bell's training. But this is the perfect opportunity. If you've got any questions that have maybe jumped out, we can just start to address some of them here.
Question.
Hi, Carol.
Dan Bell's call, is it his regular number that he uses for his own personal room? And if not, would you put it on our chat?
I will. It is in Coaches Out for Change. I did a post today with the links to this call, Dan's call, and whatever, and it's listed as an announcement, Carol. But if I can figure out how to maneuver over there and get it in the chat, I certainly will. Good question. All right. You guys excited about this? Who's been needing something like this? All right, lots of thumbs up. Awesome. Awesome.
It's gonna make you sharper, not just in your own health, but it's gonna help you be sharper with your clients as well. I had a discussion with a coach the other day, and they'd asked me a question, and I thought to myself, I'm like, if that coach, and this isn't a knock, but if that coach was in their book consistently, they would have known that, and so it's going to just sharpen us. It's going to make us stronger as a result of this. So again, all good stuff, not only for us, but for our clients as well. So, oh, thank you, Carol. You're on it.
She asked for the link and got it herself. That is a go-getter, a self-starter right there, people.
Do we give her a point for that?
Yeah, we should give her a
We'll
point.
have to ask everybody for that. Do we give her a point for that?
That's
But
awesome.
anyway,
that is awesome.
thank you for that. What else?
Just checking the chat, see if there's any questions in there. We will post the link to the inspiration. You guys like that? Coaches crushing it. I loved it. We didn't plan it, but that article today talked about crushing our goals, the one that Larry read. So good. Well, we're going to be rocking it. Did you have a question, Cricket?
I do. So the registration link that was just on your page that you were sharing, is that on the coach's page and I just don't see it? Or is it something you're sending to us?
Both. There's a post that is scheduled for 8 p.m. tonight. So it's it's done. It's going to pop up in Coaches Out for Change at 8 p.m. And then an email is being sent at 8 p.m. as well.
Okay.
So the link to the Google Doc with the guidelines, as well as the link to register.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Awesome. Glad you're going to do it with us.
Well, I think we're almost a wrap here.
Yeah, we're good. Awesome.
Well, guys, it's been a fantastic year working through with you guys. I mean, 2020 has been challenging to say the least, but again, I know, we all banded together as a team and a family to get it done this year. So I'm just so grateful for working each and every day with you guys. And again, we all do this together. So again, it's about teamwork and again making sure we're working together. So we appreciate you guys so much. Love you guys out there, and just have a great new year. Safe one too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so proud of all you guys have accomplished this year. You guys, like Larry said, through a tough year, you just like busted some records. And whether you helped one person or a lot of people, or maybe you've made the decision to coach but haven't had that opportunity yet to help somebody, just know that they're out there waiting for us, and can't wait for 2021. All right, that's it. Happy New Year, you guys.
Happy New Year. Oh, we should have had poppers,
There you go.
See you later.